Welcome to Marketing and Mindset for Wellness Coaches, the podcast for health coaches and wellness entrepreneurs just like you who are building a business, making the world a healthier place, and designing a first-class life. I'm your host, Kim Foster, MD and certified business coach, and I'm on a mission to help you up-level your strategy and raise your mindset so you can truly thrive and grow your business. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to today's episode. I am really excited for today's topic because it's an issue that I encounter a lot in my community. I see many women who are really passionate about helping people, but lacking confidence in their own business skills and in their ability to put themselves out there and promote themselves. And there are a number of ways that you can deal with this issue, but in today's episode, I'm going to talk to you about the one key shift that you can begin to make today that can make all the difference for you if this is something that you struggle with. So before we dive into today's topic, I just want to mention that the doors are open for enrollment into my flagship group program, Business Academy for Coaches. So this is a 4-month group program that will guide you to build a successful online coaching business from the ground up and gain consistent monthly clients. This is a live group coaching and mentorship program that includes weekly Q&A calls, plus all the business building, branding, and marketing modules that you will need to create every aspect of your coaching business. So if you're dreaming of building a freedom-based business that will give you the impact that you would love to have, plus the lifestyle that you desire, but you're just not sure where to start or how to put all the pieces together, then this program is definitely for you. Spaces are limited for this program because it's important to me to keep my groups small and intimate. But if this sounds like something that you might be interested in, then I encourage you to check out the details sooner rather than later. I'll put a link in the show notes, but you can simply go to my website, drkimfoster.com/academy to learn more and to book a call with me to see if you would be a good fit for the group. Okay, so that said, let's dive into the topic for today, which is all about having confidence in yourself and your business. I want to start by telling you a little story first, just to give you a bit of context. Now, many years ago, I began doing a lot of media appearances, including live TV appearances on breakfast television in Vancouver, which was a morning show, obviously. I was talking about a variety of health and wellness topics, but this was live TV, people, live. First thing in the morning. My first appearance on the show, I was super nervous, like beyond nervous. I was going on the show to talk about natural ways to prevent cancer. So foods you can eat, things that you can do, all kinds of things. I had all sorts of props. I was all ready for my piece and I knew my stuff and I could hardly think straight. Now, my husband was with me, driving me to the studio, and he was waiting with me before I went on. And he is about one of the most confident people that I know. And obviously, he knew that I was nervous. He could tell. And of course, I was saying that I was. But he said to me as we were sitting in the green room, he said, "Don't think about you. It's not about you. It's about the people who you can help. Somebody is going to be eating their breakfast and they're at risk of cancer right now and they don't even know it. And they're going to be watching TV and they'll see you come on and they really, really need to hear your message. It has nothing to do with you, how your hair looks or if your voice shakes or your hands are shaking or whatever. It has to do with showing up so that you can help them right at the moment when they really need it. So just think about the one person sitting at home having a bowl of cereal or whatever, watching TV, and they need to hear your message. It's not about you, it's about them." And him saying this to me, it completely made all the difference. And that's exactly what I did. I walked out onto the studio. I had a fantastic, really fun conversation with the hosts. I shared what I knew. Even there was laughing and joking. And before I knew it, the segment was over. And a few days later, somebody at my clinic where I was still working said that she had seen my spot. And she was like, "Wow, Kim, you're so confident. I could never do that. You looked so relaxed. You're a natural." And of course I thanked her, but inside I knew the truth. I knew that I wasn't quote unquote naturally confident. I knew that I didn't have some sort of magical confidence bullet. I had felt nervous, like crazy nervous, and I was feeling like I was really lacking in confidence and all of that. But I had intentionally forced myself to make it not about me, with the help of my husband's prompting, obviously. But I had felt the fear and the self-doubt, and I had done it anyway because the message was more important than my fears about how I looked on TV. People ask themselves and they ask me, how do I become more confident in my business? But I have to tell you, this is actually the wrong question to ask, in my opinion. Better questions to ask are these. How do you deal with the daily battles of fear and self-doubt in business? Or how do you channel that energy into talking about your services, even though you may not feel totally full of confidence? It's not about magically becoming more confident. It's how to work through that lack of confidence and continue to move your business ahead in spite of all of those fears. Really, one of the biggest myths about business is that you have to be super confident to be successful. It's really easy to look at other people, maybe people in your same space or industry, and think, oh my God, she is clearly so confident. It must be so easy to be successful when you have that degree of confidence. And that's because what you're reacting to is her external self. It's her brand, the way that she shows up in business. She is not necessarily going to be talking about her own self-doubts and insecurities. I mean, sometimes people do talk about that, but not always. You are looking at her finished product and assuming that she doesn't have any doubts underneath all of that, because look at her, she's so successful. But I can almost guarantee that she does have doubts. I really have yet to meet an entrepreneur who doesn't have some insecurities, some moments of deep doubt, and some degree of imposter syndrome. I feel fear and doubt on a daily basis, and I am not alone. There are actually some pretty famous examples of this. Beyonce, for example, she's been pretty public about her stage fright, especially in the early days of her career. And many people know that in order to get through it, in order to make herself get on stage and perform at the level that she needed to perform, she created an alter ego for herself and gave that alter ego a name, Sasha Fierce, if you've heard of that before. So she had to create these tricks in order to get through it. Also, Adele, she has been public about having massive stage fright and anxiety, and she's a Grammy award-winning artist and total powerhouse, but she's been known to escape out the fire exit backstage when she was having a panic attack. Everybody who is visible and creating something of meaning in the world, plus consistently taking risks and sharing their ideas, everybody who does that feels fear and self-doubt. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but those fears do not go away with time or fame or any of those things. So if you're a coach and an entrepreneur, fear and self-doubt are going to be with you for the long haul. So it's not about how to stop feeling the fear and getting yourself all filled up with total self-confidence. It's more about how to move ahead in spite of the fear. So let's talk about the trick that will help you do this, that I already kind of alluded to with my story about myself. And it's the camera trick. So this is a variation on a very well-known psychological phenomenon, which is called the spotlight effect. Now, strictly speaking, the spotlight effect is the idea that people tend to think that they are being noticed much more than they really are, because everybody is constantly in the center of their own world, of course. So it's hard to accurately assess how much you are actually being noticed by other people. So we all have this innate tendency to forget that although you are the center of your own world, you aren't the center of everybody else's world. And psychologists know that this tendency becomes even more prominent when you do something, kind of out of the ordinary, like when you step off the beaten path. So this is a very common thing, but it's what leads us all to be excessively conscious of ourselves and obsess over how we're coming across and how we look and what people think of us and all of those kinds of things. So you need to actively counteract this phenomenon. And the way that you do that is with the camera trick. Think about your attention as a camera. And instead of focusing that camera inwards on you, take the camera and turn it so that it looks outward. Turn the focus and the spotlight and the camera onto others. It removes the focus on you. Things become not about you, but about others. And that becomes a huge relief. And it allows you to move forward and focus on helping other people instead of thinking about how you are coming across. So one of the women in my Business Accelerator group program, my business academy, she recently wanted to start doing live video as part of her marketing strategy, but she was, like most of us, really nervous and insecure about it. And so what she did, her very first live, she did it after she had just gone to the gym, so no makeup, hair a mess, sweaty face, workout clothes, not great lighting, all that stuff. And she just did it. And she did it that way because she wanted it to be her looking her worst, because really it can only go up from there. So she kind of like broke the seal and experiencing that even after that, nothing bad happened to her. And every time she has gone live since then, it has just been easier and easier. So you can focus on you. You can turn the camera in, think obsessively about how you look and how you sound, and think about how insecure you feel and how much you lack confidence. Or you can turn the camera out, focus on other people, think about your clients or the people you can reach who need some help. And that is the way to go forward. A story from history that I think really illustrates this is in the 1800s, there were two men who were running for prime minister in the UK, William Gladstone and Benjamin Disraeli. So they were on the campaign trail, and at some point, they both happened to invite the same reporter out to lunch. So after the lunch, other reporters asked her, "So who are you going to vote for?" And she said, "After sitting next to Mr. Gladstone, I thought he was the cleverest person in England. After sitting next to Mr. Disraeli, I thought I was the cleverest person in England." So can you guess who won the election? Yeah, Benjamin Disraeli won. And it is such a great lesson. If you want to make an impression and have an impact, don't try to impress others. Instead, be interested in other people. Show up for other people. And this is a trick that you can use in a lot of different circumstances. At networking events, when you're freaking out and can't stop thinking about how much of an imposter you are, or when you're showing up on video, or if you're being interviewed, or on your sales calls, like so many situations. Focus on the other person. Turn the camera on them. Focus on how you could help other people. And you will be amazed at how good it feels to take the pressure off yourself and just show up for others. And what that translates to, how other people read that is confidence. The first step, of course, is to notice your thoughts. If you hear yourself saying all kinds of crazy things like, "I'm not good enough. I don't belong. I'm not smart enough. I'm going to look like an idiot. Did I wear the right thing?" You have to stop and recognize, I've got the camera pointed inwards, and then practice flipping it around and really just taking note of what is happening around you. Focus on other people. Think about the people that you can help and learn about and hear from. When you turn the camera out, now you are focused on everything that's happening around you. You're focused on the person in front of you. You're focused on what they're saying. You're focused on the sensations of the present moment. Now, obviously, this is not going to be a one and done kind of thing. This is a practice, and it's something that you have to come back to every day. And that muscle will just get stronger. Bit by bit, you will get over yourself. You will stop making everything about you, and you'll turn all of your attention and your energy onto others, onto the work that you can do, onto helping your clients, on making a difference. So this shows up when you are promoting yourself, appearing on video, having sales conversations, so many things. It really comes down to getting over yourself and showing up for the people that you can help, because it is not about you, it is about them. And the more that you can remember that and hold on to that truth, the easier it will be to show up in a powerful way, which to somebody on the outside is just simply going to look like a whole lot of self-confidence. Okay, I hope that helped you shift from that place of fear and wishing that you felt more confident before you can show up in your business to recognizing that, first of all, trying to be confident is not the key. The key is in recognizing the fear, feeling the fear, doing it anyway, because it's not about you, it's about them. Turn that camera out and focus on others. Now, I would love to hear from you. Is this something that you have struggled with, feeling confident in your business and feeling like that lack of confidence is holding you back? I would love to know if you found this reframe helpful and if you're going to try the camera trick the very next time you're facing a situation where you're experiencing a lack of confidence and see how it works. I would love to hear how that goes for you. All right, go ahead and take a quick screenshot of this episode as you're listening and post it inside your Instagram stories, and be sure to tag me at Dr. Kim Foster and let me know what you think about all of this. And also, like I said at the beginning, if you are ready and committed to going pro with your coaching business this year, and you are done with trying to do everything all on your own, and you are ready for a roadmap and a complete system for building success in your business, then I would love for you to check out my group program, Business Academy for Coaches. The doors to enrollment are open now for a limited time, and you can learn everything that you need to know at drkimfoster.com/academy. Okay, that is a wrap for today. I hope you found this episode valuable. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you. Stay well and stay safe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye for now. Thanks so much for listening. If you are ready to build a coaching business that gives you freedom and flexibility and allows you to make a meaningful impact in the world, but you're not really sure how to get started or what you need to do to attract the perfect clients and grow your income, then let me be your coach. I would love to teach you my exact framework, my proven method for how I created a freedom-based business for myself and how I've helped dozens of clients do the same thing and create a life that is better than their dreams. Get started by heading over to drkimfoster.com/business training, and there you can sign up for my free online training called The 4-Part Formula for Replacing Your 9-to-5 Income with a Coaching Business You Love.